Hello, hi everyone. I am here to talk to you about what I did on the Project Management Institute lecture that they invited me a couple of days ago. The topic was on leadership, and I wanted to share that with you, Transformets. And well, I just thought I'll give you a little bit of introduction about myself before I proceed. I'm Anoma Baste, the Global Studio Director at Space Matrix. We are a leading workplace design and build firm with a global presence and a diverse portfolio of clients across the world. I'm trained as an architect and in business, have dabbled in poetry and all things related to art, and these days I'm learning to play the drums. Well, I have over 23 years of work experience, out of which 17 are in the corporate real estate industry. I live in Singapore with my family and have been here, as I mentioned, for 17 years. When it comes to my interests, I'm passionate about creating sustainable and inclusive workplaces that empower people and organizations to thrive. As a child, I always thought incorrectly, perhaps, as I am a product of an extremely competitive education system in India, that being a leader meant being first, being the loudest, and being heard and winning. Only in the recent past, through professional ups and downs, and a lot of sandpapering of the ego, and of course, with great mentors like Arpita, I have now understood that it's more about the power skills that I'm here to speak about. Thank you for listening. Now, the first question that I addressed at the PMI session was, what is leadership to you with respect to project management? And this was my response. Well, project management in our industry is an output related or connected with people in some way. It's always output related, right? Efficiency, productivity, quality control are all a byproduct of proper planning, though sometimes even the best of plans run into problems or come up with some hurdle or the other. Usually when things are going smoothly, the leader and the team are well synchronized, but when things go off the rails, the leader's true colors come into the play. And grit and leadership qualities are something that need to actually shine through. A leader's role is to be able to separate the proverbial wheat from the chaff with a cool and collected mind and seamlessly address the underlying problems while ensuring that the people involved feel seen and heard, and ask questions from the team such that they can help the leaders perform better as well. With distributed leadership across firms and departments, you don't need a title to be a leader. When someone fails, a leader's role is to help pick themselves up, encourage them, and be their loudest cheerleader. Being a leader is being someone that the teams you are working with can trust and depend on when they need direction, someone who can nudge the people in the right direction even when the chips are down. They get the machine restarted. An effective leader wears different hats depending on how complex or varied the situation is. There is a saying, which I quote frequently on Transform as well, that reality is not objective, it is subjective. It is a construct of our own experiences. Therefore, a leader's role has to do a lot with making sense of the situation through a diverse team where people from various cultural, demographic, and technical backgrounds come together. The leader needs to read between the lines, challenge, cajole, and simply be kind most of the time. Authoritative and autocratic systems are frankly a relic of the past. Most importantly, you need to know as a leader when to step back and when to step in. The next question that I would like to share with you that I addressed was, how do you create an environment where people's contributions are not only valued, but are also respected? fostering a culture of inclusivity and equity when leading them? Well, I would say a leader should try to speak less and less. Many leaders are symbolic. Their presence is just felt. They don't need to be heard all the time or be seen all the time. I think if you are able to operate by just your presence being felt, then you are an effective leader. You need to set a good example, but then you need to get out of other people's way, your team's way. There is also a concept related to altitude sickness that I got familiarized a couple of years ago, which is really good to know about. A leader cannot get stuck at one level, at a high rung in the organization. You can't always helicopter over your teams. There will be times when you have to be at the roots level or wherever the team needs you at. Flexibility and agility are important aspects. Being able to interact with people across the firm, asking them for their opinion, supporting them, encouraging them, and instilling confidence in their team is what a good leader is all about. That's how you foster inclusivity and psychological safety amongst your teams. I remember mentioning on Transform a while back that I'm learning how to play the drums. And unless you relax, you can't learn, you can't play. Similarly, the leader's role is to make sure that the teams can play, learn and grow so that the real music, teamwork and getting the job done can be done effectively. With that, I would like to thank you for your time and listening to me. Bye-bye.